is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Not even the dogs that piss against the walls of Babylon shall escape the wrath I come to pour. And I shall burn them and burn them continuously, for they never cease to oppress the poor.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Percy's Islands Games, Pinder Tile, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
But still I fear no foe, no. Cause now is not the time to sleep or turn the other cheek. Cause the wicked in a Babylon sue you if you're weak. Whoa, be my cup and let me stand firm.
Good afternoon, good day, happy Thursday. Yes, it's a Talking Heads Thursday. This your boy Pearly in the house on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. So good to be here with you today. I miss y'all. I've been gone a whole week. Well, I mean, I was on with Naughty at 5, but that's me and you know. We got some stuff to talk about. Some interesting things happening out there, and I want to hear what y'all feel about it. I know how I feel about it. But we got to figure out how to be talking heads, right?
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
And that is so easy. All you got to do is call me at 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4316, or you can get me on 325-4259, 325-4259. You can always call toll-free 242-3005-720. And if you don't want to hear your voice, you just want text, feel free to text me at then the text line, of course, powered by BTC, 422-4796, 422-4796. So, yes, what's going on in the headlines, man? What's happening out there?
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
There's some interesting stuff. PM rejects claim government broke law. Pintard alleges violation of the Procurement Act. Davis says no attempt to silence the FNM. The 58th Archdiocesan Spelling Bee is coming up. Pintard, FNM is not a party of elites. Interesting. And court approves subordination deal on SCB's $221.55 million claim against FTX. What's going on in the business world? Repeat again, court approves subordination deal on SCB's $221.55 million claim against FTX. Agreement enables prioritization of the payment of all customers and other creditors of FTX DM ahead of SCB's allowed regulatory claim. DPM movable properties law might not change banks' lending policies. Tax attorney nowhere to run from DMTT. And BICA president several challenges impacting business license renewals. Boy, think the silly season starting? Plenty row going on in the house. The house is hot yesterday. That was hot. I enjoyed it. Plenty row going on in the house. PM rejecting certain claims. Pintard said in the league say 11 PLP MPs are millionaires and only 4 FNM MPs are millionaires. So that's an interesting claim. And Davis says no attempt to silence. That based on when they didn't like what Pintard was saying. So let me hear what y'all think about all of this. Let me know what's going on out there. In the meantime, let's take our first call. I'll call you on the air.
Hey, Bernie, man, what's going on?
I read it. What's happening, brother?
This is the legend, George, man. You forget me.
I can never forget you, man. How I can do that?
Nice show, man. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. How you doing today?
I read you, man. But I just need you to do that thing for me when we talk about on the phone. When you get a chance.
I really getting, this little gray hair in my head's really starting to make me forgetful. All right, you can hear from me right after the show, okay? But a little bit after 6.
Aye.
All right, my brother. Take time. That was an interesting call. Put me right on the spot there. So, the Procurement Act was put in place so that we, the people, can know what contracts and what deals the government put in place. Now, Pintard is claiming that the government is not following the rules of the Procurement Act. I think he says there's over 100 and some million, and I'm 100 plus million in contracts that we know nothing about. They ain't telling us the private agreements with some people who were let go by the Minnis administration and brought back, what the settlements was. Should we know this? Should we know how our money is spent? Should we be told that, listen, they gave Pearlie a contract for X amount of dollars to do some work, and this is what Pearlie getting? If we can do it the way that Naughty and I on the second half when we talk about sports, I know with Shohei Ohtani getting $70 million a year, $68 million deferred for 10 years. I know what other fellas getting, with the contracts that Soto signed with the Mets. So the question is, should we be told? Should we be told where our money is being spent, what contracts are given, what they are for, and how? Because, if you give a man a contract and we complaining about the roads ain't paved and the person's supposed to be fixing the holes and he getting paid, or like my pet peeve, they ain't collecting the garbage, still ain't collecting the garbage like they're supposed to, but they getting that big check every month. And I still want to know, did those guys who collect the garbage in Chippenham and Interview Road in that area up there, did they get paid in December? Because they only collect the garbage twice for me in December, when they should have collected at least 6 to 8 times. So I need to know what they paid. Shouldn't we be told how our money is spent? If you're making me pay VAT on everything, you're making me pay taxes to license my car, real property tax, everything like that, shouldn't we know how our money is spent? Or we just say, okay, fine, don't worry about it. Everything cool. Buy a new car. Should we be concerned about the cars in Washington? Should we? I don't know. Y'all got to tell me. Or are we Bahamians, we just laying back and don't care? Or our bell ring. But I think we should be making noise ahead of time because we need good governance regardless of who in power. And our right is that when you vote, you have a right to make noise. Now, you don't vote, I don't need to hear your mouth. Because you had an opportunity to express your rights. And you decide to stay home. So why would you make noise about what the government doing or what the government didn't do? I just want to know, who got the elites? Who got the keys to my bimmer? I know that it was always believed that the F&M was run by the Bay Street Boys or financed by the Bay Street Boys back in the day, so they had all these rich people and they're the elites. But if you look in the House of Assembly, it looked like the tides could be flipping or the pendulum could be going on the next side. We saw on big contract signed for some engines for BPL, the grandchildren was cutting the ribbon, so did that tell you the generation's set? So who really, is it on both sides of the divide? Are there really elites out there? Or that's just some political rhetoric to get us all riled up? Which one is it? A text says, our tax dollars does buy a refurbished drug plane, Pearlie. Get real. I'm not, listen, you're telling me to get real, Texter, but I asked in the questions, y'all got to tell me. I know how I feel about it. I want to know where the money going. I would like to know how we're spending our tax dollars. Because it seems like all we doing is getting tax. Every time you look something going up, every time you look a bill higher. I saw one little TikTok thing, $100 worth of grocery. The person was walking in the house for a couple of minutes with bags on top of bags. And then now you're walking in with one bag. You been to the food store lately? I saw something, a quote, and I don't know if it's him, and I'm saying I saw it as a quote from the president of Super Value, say he's been trying to bring the cost of living down for 70 years. And that he imports eggs and stuff directly from different products directly from Brazil. So who's getting cut out when the prime minister said we cutting out the middleman? These questions y'all supposed to ask, and you don't just take what you hear. That's your right as a voter, as a citizen, to ask these questions and say, what's going on? What do you say, caller?
Caller, I say, all ain't bad, man. You don't hear people crying, but BTL no more. My bill gone from 1,000 to 300 and something. So
now let me ask you a question. It gone from 1,000 to 300 because of cold and you ain't burning your AC no more?
No, it ain't cold.
But are you still running your AC that you were running in the summer?
Of course, I still running, and I have washing machine, dryer, I get everything.
Yeah, but I ain't see mine going down, so I'm glad for you. I mean, happy for you, bro.
You rich, man. You must live in Cable Beach.
I live in Chippenham. I live in Chippenham. I'm a poor man.
I grew up in Chippenham.
All right, I born and grew up in Chippenham.
I grew up in Chippenham too. But guess what? When I was in Chippenham, my bill was only 100.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess there's bill you according to what area you live in. Because I live out east, I go in my friends now. My bill is very high.
Well, I know that I see my bill when I used to live out east, and I still get to see that bill now. That bill ain't gone down.
No, the east bill don't hardly go down, but Chippenham bill was very low.
But it ain't my Chippenham bill ain't low. Only me one and them, me one and the good Lord.
Yeah, them junglers much is coming.
Hey, watch yourself. I's a good person. I well behaved.
All right, buddy.
Take time, my brother. Trying to get me in trouble. Trying to cause me get put out. Call up. You on there? How you doing?
Yeah, how you say, buddy?
Hey, radio. How's everything?
Everything good.
You ain't see that caller trying to put me in problems?
Boy, you see that? You trying to pick him out, man.
Ain't nothing to pick.
You know, some of these people, they like to pick him out.
I hear that.
You get them good, though.
I do sharp for that. What's up?
The fuel, hey, the bill, you don't miss one. Take off the AC and take off them, pull out this. It's the fuel charges with the carry your light bill up.
The fuel surcharge, yeah.
That's what it is. So, you listen to me good, Pearly. You could bring, your light bill could be $100. You could have everything on your light bill, still $100. But the fuel is $200 or $300. So, what that means?
The cost of fuel.
The plug out and the light bill go down to $30. You still got to spend $300 on fuel charge.
Okay.
So, but so who's the fool?
I hear that.
You understand? Like, people don't understand that. That happened to me one time. I wanted my bill high until I actually look at the people don't look at the bill a lot. No.
We only look at the bottom figure. We only look at the bottom figure.
Look at the figure. They don't look at the fuel charges. Man, pretty home by me right now. When I look at what I bring in only $60 and $70.
Yeah.
And we have two stove. I mean, I use my air fryer.
Oh yeah.
We use microwave. We get 2 fridge. We get a dryer. Washing machine, everything, and only $860. But the fuel charges will carry your bill up. People don't understand that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm talking about? The next thing too, Burley. You go on Walmart, brand smart. You buy a bottle of water for $3. And you can pay $14 when it reach up. Okay. So it ain't the cost. It's the them who charging us the VAT. Because this figure, we paying 12%. Then you pay 1% levy fee.
Yeah.
Right. Then you're coming up. Then you pay a next. The shipping company you got to pay VAT on with them. So that's for killing us. You understand?
The taxes killing us.
Tax for killing us. Food, that's why our food so high. We go away, one of them Airbnb in the States, buy food, the whole family. Sometime when you go back, you look back before you close the door, you see all that food you leave behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
ain't spend that much money.
Yeah, that's true now. That's true. I remember that. I was like, wow, we got to get it. I tried to cook everything the night before. I tell my little leave nothing.
You be trying to find spot in the suitcase. So, oh, Lord, you can't carry water in that one. You're trying to carry everything. You buy on a little backpack, you carry it on the plane, you ain't leave nothing.
I know what you mean.
You only spend with $100 for a little something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's a tax, man. The government them know, and see the thing, they don't want us to grow our food. Because if we start to do things and start to build things and start to, have our own factories and everything, they ain't have no money coming in for no duty to pay these people and these government work. So that's why they have us like this. They don't want us to grow these things and have the farm and thing. Because then they wouldn't get the duties and the money from the place.
And they starting the golden yolk program, so you don't have to bring eggs in. I mean, eggs is ridiculous. I see eggs for $13.
Man, come on, man. We're not long. Man, we have the chicken farm here, and they go and knock them out. And I see the chickens in the food store now going for $10 and $12, and I can't even pronounce the name on the bag.
But my
You know
problem
what I mean?
is I love to make omelets, and I'm like, I can't even make it. I gotta make omelet maybe once a month now, because what it costs for eggs is ridiculous.
But my boy must get it over. But a couple hundred of chicken. Every time I go in there, he say, "But you better grab a couple of these now." But I say in my head, I don't like that too much the noise. But look like I got like start. Don't worry about them noises, because you don't have to worry about no egg.
Mind you, when my Nama Thompson was alive, she had chickens in the back, and I used to love to go feed them and go in the morning, picking up 3, 4, 5, and 6 eggs out of there. I thinking the same thing as well.
Yeah, man, you get a few of the man really stay around me. Oh, you want an egg, you always crying, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
thinking
you
the same
just-
thing.
That's what we gonna have to do, Burley. But we gonna have to beat the sense the government them don't want to work with us. We gonna have to come together and work with each other.
And beat
the
the
neighbors
system.
them, the families them. You get you get big family, everyone supposed to put together and try to learn how they could do this. And one yard, even you could come together and buy a property, and everyone farm on that one property. The families them.
Well, I'm doing my little research on the chickens, and hopefully in another month, I'll be able to say I got one little cup and put some some layers, and then see what I could do.
Yeah, man, you could go right on Pinterest or whatever the star you could buy with one type of pin you want. You could do all type of.
Yeah,
pins.
I done. Where you think I've been? Right on there. And between
Yeah.
TikTok and Pinterest, I learned something.
Yeah, man,
Me and my soldiers.
Thing before I go further, the government get us down at this, man. They don't want us. If our next door neighbor where we get only half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever that to get there, to get food and thing for little and nothing, for $1, $2, healthy food, not no boo brand and thing with all them brand. When I go on to buy, I never know about these brand now.
Yeah.
You know, you can't find them nowhere in the States.
No,
So why
they're
don't
not
keep
American.
them? Why
They're
they
not
don't
products.
keep
They products from South America and the Caribbean. They're different products.
That's correct. And they getting them for little and nothing, but still won't charge us and still won't get us for all the money.
Yeah. They
You know, something about
maximizing
all
their
them high
profits.
sodium and thing and all that.
Yeah.
So we got to come together. See, like you say, when we put these people in power, we need to. You won't say they bet them Kennedy and all them different things. That's what we need to start doing with these people. Them.
Oh, they'll send it here and question them on what
Yeah,
they
we have to do that. I bet you we do that, playing them, we wouldn't make it.
But I mean, you know, when these fellas decide that they can bring candidates, while they do their vetting, when they walk in your house, you could ask them questions and vet them, you know.
Man, we will vet them, but we won't let them, so we want to have them. We could vet
And now
them,
you
we
could Google. You
we
could
will
Google
have them down on tape, and we will have them on television. We will have them. Everyone to know, even from the little children, everyone to hear them. We ain't want them to be behind closed door.
I hear that.
All right, then, buddy.
Thanks for calling. I appreciate that. Interesting. Carly on there. How you doing? Hello.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, what's up, Al? Really, Al? How you doing?
I am wonderfully wonderful.
Super. What you saying?
Listen, I remember hearing a while back Leslie Miller on a show.
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about one time he was in, and what he did when he went away, he went looking at the products that Bahamians were bringing in. And the mark-up price on these places don't have to sell these products at the price they're selling them at. You understand? They can still make a living, a good living, if they sell them for a few dollars more. But because we don't really have standards of pricing in this country, they can charge you anything for anything. And right now, like the VAT is not even, the VAT is on them and the VAT is on us. So there's double VAT on products.
Uh-huh.
It's like the government making like 3-4 times VAT on one particular item. There is no way to actually be accountable to say, okay, if the buyer pays VAT, okay, then that's where the VAT goes. So the buyer gets to up the price a few dollars more so they can at least make back their VAT. But they pay VAT, then you pay VAT, then when you resell, you repay VAT.
Yeah, but don't you at the end of the day you file and you can get a return on VAT or something like that? Is it that's how it works? I'm not saying.
I think that may go for the buyers. That don't go for us.
Okay, no, not
We
for
don't
us.
get a
No.
return on VAT.
No, we don't. No,
That don't come down. That don't trickle down to us.
I got you.
I went to the food store the other day to buy some snacks for my grandpumpkin, and I ain't gonna lie to you.
Pumpkin. Okay.
Yes, he's my grandpumpkin.
I hear that.
And no lie, I still scratching my head trying to figure out where $80 going.
Yeah, but you got to also take in mind it ain't just all right. It ain't just that they getting it cheaper, but they got light bill, salaries, national insurance, all these things they got to also pay And and people want minimum wage at a certain level. So the cost of a product may not necessarily be because they can get it a lot cheaper in the States or wherever where they source it from. And so they bring the price up, but that's all to pay them other bills. So
if you notice, okay, the Chinese brings in products, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know they do it as a community, but they bring in products. There, you go in their shop and you get the same product or their shop for less. So why isn't their product so much higher?
So
and they have the same things to pay.
Yeah, but see, like when Mr. Roberts from Super Value bring it in, he may bring in one container, and let's say of Charmin tissue. He'll bring in one container of Charmin tissue, but the Chinese bringing in 5 containers of Charmin tissue. So while he may buy it from the store for $3, the Chinese probably getting it for $1. So they can do that.
But Mr. Roberts have 13 locations, 13, 14 locations.
Yeah.
So if you one trailer load for each location, that's a bulk buy.
I ain't 13, 14 Super Value, man. All of that? You can cost me count them now.
Sit down and think about it. It's about 13 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. There's 2 in Cable Beach alone, 2 in the east.
All right.
Think about it. There's about 13 or 14 of them. So he could do a buy like that for them, rather than each shop buying their own.
No, I think they buy they buy generally and then they distribute to the different stores.
I don't see them having trucks like how you see the Chinese with their trucks toting the stuff from the warehouse to the different Chinese shops.
Yeah,
I don't see Super Value doing that. I see other persons bringing in stuff to Super Value.
Now you may see the fella say, okay, I need 10 pallets of Charmin tissue. I need you to drop 5 to Prince Charles, 5 to Winton, and 5 to another stop. So they may be buying it in bulk from the distributor, and distributor deliver them to the different stores, and one bill go there. You understand? Maybe that's how they do it. I don't know. I'm here speculating.
Yeah, I understand. But in any event, Pearly, he ain't getting like the gentleman say that his light bill is so much cheaper. My hat's off to him.
Yeah, I say must
tell me what you're doing.
I want to ask you what you're doing because
mine's just gone a teeny bit like that 10 cent. I get that.
But in the AC, no more like that.
No, that's it because it's not. And even if you're bringing AC, the AC ain't working as hard because the weather's cold.
Yeah, that's point. Yeah.
The AC ain't working as hard because remember now, I'd have to work harder in the heat.
Yeah.
So that's probably why his own is that if he's still using his AC.
Yeah, but we'll see.
The
government has promised that the deal can be struck soon and things can happen and we can see something different. So we can wait to see.
But there's a long deal coming and signing now. This is a long time coming.
Well, we can keep asking.
We can never get. Okay. You know they don't answer. Like you were saying, we can vet them. Who can answer? Please tell me which one of them can answer you. Them boastful people, them prideful people, they can answer you. They can brush you off with did you watch the Kennedy thing up? As I started to watch it. He didn't answer nothing. He answered a question with a question.
I saw it and I was like, come on. I mean, but listen, I can say one thing. I want to say, but listen, I'm not impressed with the Americans. I'm not impressed with what they did, and a lot of what I see, I hear the spin to it, and it doesn't impress me, and I'm sorry.
So, and that's what he's doing. He's answering questions with questions, and the majority of them, they know what his stance is, but what can they do about it?
Yeah, I thought he's the one who said that COVID wasn't real or something, man.
Yeah. I'm with it, just smallpox and a couple other stuff wasn't real. But now he's saying he never said that. Record. So what's left for us to do? I don't know what we can do.
Pray.
I vote,
Pray.
and I can continue to vote till I get it right.
Keep praying and keep open.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for calling.
I take care.
Okay, interesting. Before we take our first break, let me read this couple of texts. Pearly, you salty man. That's why your garbage don't get collected on time and your light bill don't go down. Really, Texter? That's why? So I must become nice, eh? Great show as usual. Us payments can't pull together. We don't want to see the next man rich. For real. That's syndrome. We can take our first break. It's a Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. This your boy, Pearly. We can take our first break. I'll be right back.
Never do what heathens do, cause Rastafari give all the guidance. I'll never say what the wicked ought say, neither will I walk in the council know that all the eyes be no guys. So mythology and illusion I'll be always burning. Corruption and confusion will be shown in the ash bin. Careful the Rastaman with your false doctrine, your false teaching. Oh, what a sin thing. Justice in disguise, it's salvation that is seeking. From the throne of David, yeah, it's obvious that is drifting.
The KFC chicken experts have done it again with the new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich. A 120-gram white meat filet topped with cheddar cheese, smoky bacon, lettuce, tomato, and tangy red onions. All drizzled with ranch sauce and served on a toasted brioche bun. Choose original recipe or spicy, but don't wait. This mouth-watering masterpiece is only here for a limited time and only at your favorite KFC. The new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Here's a price list of some of the roofing material we carry at Pinder Enterprises. 5/8 pressure-treated roofing ply starting at $36.68. Gray Select Water Shield, $134.20 a roll. Felt, 15 pounds, $16.50. 30 pound, $19.80. Owens, Corning Duration Shingles, and CertainTeed Landmark Shingles, $56.56 a bundle. Gallon of roof cement, $33.47. All sizes treated dimensional lumber. And of course, we have all nails and all screws. We have 5/8 sheetrock, $28.76. Half-inch sheetrock, $22.18. All prices include VAT.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl on Guardian FM.
It's time for The Buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Not even the dogs that piss against the walls of Babylon shall escape the wrath I come to pour. And I shall burn them and burn them continuously, for they never cease to oppress the poor.
And welcome back. The Buzz. What are we buzzing about? What's our concerns in our good country right now? And, you know, I listened to a couple of the callers. Should the government be following the Procurement Act and telling us who they're giving these contracts to? Who got the elites? Who have the elites? 11 PLP millionaires in the house. 4 out of the 7 F&M millionaires. Is that only on paper? Are they really that rich? Is there more? Are they declaring right? And who hasn't declared? I understand not everybody has declared. Is that breaking the law? And should we be asked should the government or should the commissioner for declaration, I don't know what his position is called, shouldn't he be telling us who all declared? And that's from last year. The new declaration, I think, is due by the end of March. I want to know. I really would like to know. Call you on the air.
How you doing, Pearl?
My brother, how are you? What's happening?
All right. Yeah, just first let me speak to the energy going down.
Okay.
Unless you pay light bill by a lottery, where they say, okay, this one get a low rate, and the next one get a different rate, and on BPL pays the same rate, right?
Yeah.
So that means if the light bill goes down, one person wouldn't see the difference. Everybody would.
Okay.
It's no randomly whatever. The government could simply say, here's what you pay for electricity then, here's what you pay for electricity the month after, here's what you pay the cost of electricity. And so 100% of Bahamians would see the reduction based on their consumption. This is not no magic formula, okay? It's not done. And so the fact that you may have changed your habit, like they say, the weather conditions may have changed, and your previous call is absolutely correct. You know, it takes less energy to cool air coming from 78 degrees than one in the 90s, 90 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
And so there's a lot of factor, but the overall rate has not come down to the extent that the government has promised. And it's the rate chart. You could call ERCO, you could call whatever you want, and see the rate hasn't changed.
No,
and so even if that caller says that if fuel surcharge went down 2 cents, do you know how much electricity that he has to use or stop using to a light bill to do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, he must be using the old BEC. He must be like he bought extra candles.
Because I mean that was a big drop to see you drop month like that, and you say you have that.
No, he didn't say he had the same consumption. That's what I'm saying.
Well, he say he's still burning AC, and he got washer dry and all them things.
You don't have to look at your light bill. Just go look at the fuel at the rate charge at VPL. You don't have to guess your light bill.
Yeah.
So whatever your light bill is, whether they read it wrong or whatever, it doesn't matter. They will tell you the fuel charge per kilowatt for this month. And every person or BPL pays the same
rate
amount.
Yeah.
Except maybe, those special protected people. Okay? And so on the Procurement Act, I don't even know why we even argue about this. When a cabinet minister and chairman of the party, speaking in both positions, said we ain't on that run for disclosure. They're not like trying to hide what it is. And so no type of wordsmithing by the Prime Minister or anyone else will happen. And it's the same thing as we watch Parliament, where Davis says no attempt to silence the FNM. He said no attempt to silence the FNM. Then why do we have to speak and then justify that, it was done to me too? You can't have it both. And so clearly we see the abuse of the and almost directing of the Speaker of the House. And so this is not the time when we didn't have access to. In the same way they said claim about, the FNM beat up the deputy speaker and body slammed the policeman. It's like I'm just exaggerating to the point that they have, and that the water just slapped the speaker around.
Yeah.
It's like as if it's like you trying to. This is what is called gaslighting.
Yes.
They try to reshape our reality, and so and all I say to them is time is longer than a rope, and it ain't long now. So it is what it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. Appreciate that. Very interesting. Very interesting. Caller, you are on the air. How are you?
Hey, Pearly, how you doing?
All right, there. What you saying?
You mean they ain't picking up the garbage again?
See you right back and that's it.
Huh?
I honestly might take well, let's put it this way, because I didn't use a lot of garbage this week. My bin ain't overflowing. But I might take you up on your suggestion if they don't come for that soon.
Yeah, that's when I sit in front of the headquarters. I'll call my friend, the cabinet minister, and tell his garbage bin company.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because, they got some shares in one garbage bin company.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Whoever that is.
What the Allen was saying about the chairman when he said we ain't on that run, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's the same chairman he talking about doctors and nurses.
Yeah.
And call them treacherous and perfidious and unrepentant, right?
Yep.
That was last week or week before last.
Something like that. Maybe not the exact words, but I know what you're talking about.
All them was unrepentant and impenitent and treacherous and perfidious. He described any one party. So I don't know why he think he could talk and insult the doctors and the nurses, and like one of the other callers to say, man, pay them people. Stop being petty.
See, it's one thing to say we sign all these contracts, but it's another thing to honor the contracts. Yeah, you signed the contracts. Be happy to know that. Now, are you honoring the contract? Are they getting what they're supposed to get?
I want to know what happened to $80 million and, the 2.5, what they say they're going and try to buy the plane with they had in their hand.
Where is the plane?
I've been asking that straight away.
Somebody needs to answer that question and say where the plane is. I want one picture. Tell me, show me where the plane is.
Buddy, check this out. And my plane was a November registered, American registered plane. And I had to change the registration on the plane to a Bahamian registered plane.
Uh-huh.
Right? It only take a couple weeks, you know what I mean? Let's say within less than 2 months to do all the necessary stuff to change it from American registered to Bahamian registered. They call that Charlie 6.
Okay.
Registered. And how many months that been? That was doing the budget last year when my friend Mike and I.
Yeah, see, I think so, yeah.
So they should be able to give us, aviation should be able to tell us what the tail number for our plane, if they didn't, all this time faking But they wasn't trying to say with the 2.5 million city buying one plane. They need
No,
to
they're
stop.
playing, they confiscating, I don't think they're just taking out to fix it up, 2.5 to renovate it?
No, they're saying they're buying from strap down on Carney. And thing, and they need 2.5 million. I mean, they're going and pass it, and then what she named, Lady Fashion East, and all of them signed for that.
Oh, you mean Rolex and...
Okay.
Okay.
And,
But they apologize for flaunting their stuff like that.
Yeah, well, Valentine's Day, 2 weeks away, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they still just do that? They still us on Valentine's Day?
Ask Lady Fashion East daughter, is that man, okay? You will have a nice day.
Thank you, my brother. Thanks for calling. We still celebrating Valentine's Day. We can talk about that a little bit when we get closer to Valentine's. Let's read a couple texts. Hey, Pearlie, my deepest sympathy to those people who died in the plane and helicopter collision last night in Washington. Yeah, that's a sad thing. I've been watching that. That's really sad. And it's amazing how a Black Hawk helicopter, well, they were supposed to be on maneuvers and they were using night vision to hit. Boy, that is so sad. That is sad. I feel for the people and for the families, and I join you in extending our sympathy to those people and to the people of the United States. Pearlie, good day. The caller who said his power dropped lower is one of the elites. Next year ain't far. Don't mind them. After next year, he wish he was the deletes. Boy. Boy. Pearlie, some people even call the man to investigate why the next business doing so well. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Great show as usual. I never got a contract, so if I ask the next incoming government for a contract, y'all could investigate and decide to be transparent 10 years after I make my millions. Boy, I tell you, be like contracts. Great show as usual. Thanks for global warming. It was cold for about 2 months, so my light bill was $75. We need the battle to stay cold for 4 more months. Great show as usual. Miss McKinsey retired to environmental health, so blame the person in charge for the non-pickup. And great show as usual. You don't buy your gal a gift, you will see if Valentine still exists. You think so? I don't know. Call you on the air.
Hey, Pearlie.
Hey, what's up?
Hey there, boy. Now, a couple of things I would say. You was talking about the garbage, right?
Yes.
Now, I don't have that problem. At least for years, they come on time.
Yes.
They may miss one day, but they basically. I think them contract be given some people who ain't got no trucks, and they ain't got no good running trucks. And so they put them in that area like VUA, it's probably in the Grove area.
Uh-huh.
And that's what's going on. And the truck broke down, and you'll be stranded. You said they're supposed, because VAs come like twice a week. And in some other areas, they come twice a week.
Yeah, but I remember under the previous government, if a fellow didn't collect the garbage, let's take the December, for example. They came the first week of December, like December 2nd or 3rd, collect my garbage, and they ain't come until after Christmas. They would have sent another truck and cut them people's salary, and they also threatened to cancel their contracts if they wasn't collecting the garbage, because you were supposed to have it. So my question is, what's going on?
Right, that's what needs to be done. See, if they ain't performing up to the contract, then you have to cut loose.
Uh-huh.
See, fella come, get the big contract, get all the big money, and it's not performing. The same thing with the road. You see, certain things you run. I'll go back to say this: the trucks was not performing, then get rid of them. And if you can't get some people with the right equipment, then government go back and start collecting themselves and collect in some areas. You contract to people. I paying you $100. I pay another fella $100 collect in this area, and the fella in there ain't got a contract. You remember the lady tell you about the paving?
Yes.
Yeah, she say they start to pave, then somebody get the contract who ain't got no paving equipment.
Yes.
So we have a lot of stupidness what goes on in this country. And speaking of paving, boy, that's my topic. These roads is terrible. I mean, Michael Road is very terrible. Then the next thing I want to mention on is that, what you call it, where they're supposed to declare what their assets and stuff is.
Uh-huh.
From they go and you see anybody declare anything? You see anything ever been in the paper?
I have not seen anything in the paper at all.
Okay, so what I'm telling you, they ain't checking. They do what they want to do. And only time it's declare is when election. This one say I got this, that one say I got that. That's the only time they declare. But by law, they supposed to. And they getting away with it. Nobody can say nothing. They just do what they want to do, you know.
They do what they want to.
Yeah. But again, with that garbage, be taken care of. Saying there soon be taken care of.
Yeah.
So, anyhow.
Well, something got to be done. It got to be dealt with.
Yeah, it's terrible. I say it come with me twice a week. I don't have no problem. Twice a week they come. And I hear you say you got trouble to get them come there twice a month. So
exactly.
That's just what happens. Somebody get the big contract and they ain't got the equipment to perform. And like you say, they need to take it away. You know.
If you ain't doing your job, give it to someone else who can do the job. Simple as that.
Yeah, but you know this thing go. You know who my big time friend is, my MP is. You know, and that's what killing this country.
And meantime, the dog's knocking the garbage over.
Knocking it over, we be let the place litter. Look at this. All my life living, and I know you and me said this before. This is the worst I ever see the roads. So I ain't telling you no lie.
For real.
The worst I ever see the roads. But anyhow, take care.
Okay, my brother, take care.
Yeah.
Caller on there, how you doing? Are you there, caller, or did you run away from me? I guess they didn't have the patience. But, you know, if you listen to what the callers are saying, they're making sense. You have another text here? Pearly, you know how much people get paid. You own the company who pick up the garbage. Let's just put it this way. Sell your car and house to get some garbage trucks and you will make millions. Hey, sound for real. Them contracts, those garbage contracts, they're as little as $15,000 a month and could be as high as over $40,000 a month they get to collect garbage. Money in garbage. And this ain't just here, all over the world. But so if you're getting this kind of money, you need to do the job to collect. It's unfair for you to not collect garbage and get paid. That's thieving. That's stealing. That is taking advantage of the taxpayers of this country, and it's not fair. And you need to fix it. You, the government, fix it. That's the bottom line. They need to fix it. We got another caller coming in. Yeah? Caller, you there? Or is that me? Caller, you on the air. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Mr. Pearly.
Yes, dear. How are you?
Mr. Mayor.
What's up?
We need local government in Chippewa.
We need local government in New Providence. I agree.
Okay? Perhaps it'll be better.
We got to get the act together with the 33 districts there, local government election, and they ain't announced and they ain't get that right. They need to fix that first.
Isn't that something?
You
but
know?
I feel your pain. You feel my pain because we're all in the same area.
Yes.
After Christmas, they didn't come for at least 3 weeks.
I telling you, I know that I think they came December 31st to me.
When I called, I was given the same old story.
Yeah.
It's the truck. I keep saying, but when are we going to deal with these trucks? If they are all broken down, can't we make another arrangement?
They're supposed to have running trucks, and they're supposed to have a backup truck.
I just don't understand this.
Because we're not doing it the right way.
I don't know. But like I said, give us local government in Chippenham. Let's try it.
Give us local government all in New Providence, and let's see how that works. I agree.
Okay, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you for calling. Text says, what happened to the Chinese eye program the government was pushing? Good question. Pretty, they ain't picking up the garbage because the money they getting paid going to that bank. I ain't gonna say all of that. But I don't care about that. You got to collect the garbage to collect the money so you could go deposit it in that bank. Bottom line. That's what you got to do. But they're not collecting. They're not. These are easy stuff to do. Collect the garbage. Fix the potholes. You know how many road bumps we have that you don't see until you hit them? They put one down less than 100 yards from my house over a year ago. And every day I can sit right there and listen to cars hitting that all day and night. Because it's not properly marked and people don't know it's there. And we just can't do these simple things. Simple things. Caller, you on the air.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fairly well, thank you, sir.
Thanks for calling. What's up?
You're welcome. I want to say that I'm fortunate to have my garbage collected once a week, sometimes even twice a week.
Which area are you in?
I'm Lexington subdivision, Richmond subdivision, got all kind of name, and otherwise commonly called Malcolm allotment.
Okay.
But I have a concern about that, even that, because I think without inspection, they can come and empty an empty garbage and get paid for that load. But that's not. There's good news that it's being cleared weekly.
Okay. I wish I get that.
About it, I am in with you with the speed bumps not being marked.
Yeah.
They have the same color as the road.
Yep.
And when you go over them, it hits at the bottom of your car.
Yep.
And damage your car.
Exactly.
So you have all kind of leaks here. Now there's pothole. I don't like potholes because pothole is just as good as a pothole.
Yep.
When the pothole is filled, the road is just as bumpy as without the pothole, or almost. Not just as, but
they ain't
almost.
leveling them properly.
Right. Now what? Let me since I'm on that, let me hit it real direct. Sometimes the people who do the potholes clean out the pothole, leave it for 2 weeks or so, take the stuff away, recycle it, and bring it back. That's why the potholes are. No, that's not. It's made laugh. It sounds laughable.
If you don't laugh, you can cry.
One.
If you don't laugh, you can cry.
Yeah, but on the good side now, let me deal with the good side now. I've seen a lot of roads being paved. Quick part of Cowpen Road. I saw roads off Carlton Francis and in the inner city, in the inside roads and the by roads, alleys and byways, and I think that's a good sign. So I just think that it should be done most consistently and often and all around. That's because my garbage being collected, garbage elsewhere should be collected.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
And last but not least, on on Tonneville and Darling Highway.
Yes.
Man, before we had that song, the road them dig up.
Yeah.
Tonneville Darling Highway was done. It was Howell Road, and then we paved it, and that was done in 2004.
Somewhere there, yeah,
right,
somewhere
I
around there.
because I was off the island
Yeah.
when I came there. But it's being done again, but only so far it's just about a quarter of it is done on one side.
Yep.
But hopefully they're going to get a ball road. But I'm happy that they're paving elsewhere as well. But it's a lot of work to be done, and therefore it needs to be done quick, fast, and in a hurry, and regularly, consistently, lasting 10, 20 years.
Amen. Thanks for calling. Last caller. Caller, you on the air. Last caller. How you doing?
Hey, good, buddy.
What's up?
Yeah, well, I'm glad I last. I live in the great constituency of Carmichael. Don't attribute that to no political party.
Fair enough.
Right? But I have to give kudos to the garbage collection people.
Okay.
Right? You know, because I just have to ask them, y'all even waiting for me to put nothing in the garbage bin, bro?
Well, that's good. I'm glad to see you getting your twice a week pickup.
Yeah, these guys, but these fellas, they smart. That's a smart move, you know, Sporty. Let me tell you why. These guys never have to lift a full bin of garbage.
Exactly, and so it's less strain on their bodies.
So when they come, they could come quicker. They could throw those. They could make their runs quicker.
Yep.
Because they don't have that load.
Yep.
But when you can wait for the whole neighborhood to be infested with rodents because of the garbage sitting. That's craziness, and that's lousiness, and people were doing those type of contracts because they are, you know, we used to have a lot of rats, right? We still seeing them, right? But simply because this company, I know if everybody in this area have this company, but this particular company, they happen with reducing the rat population in my area simply because of their strategy of collecting
the garbage on a regular basis. And that's what you make sense. Then the rats have nothing to get to.
Right. And final thing.
Yeah, because they got to go
roads,
fast.
Right? The roads, we really need to stop giving our roads to cronyist to fixed, right? If you don't have no background, no history in road repair, right? You shouldn't be entitled to a contract, because you have to understand that these roads, you have innocent people who don't vote riding on them.
Yep.
Right? So the road needs to be fixed properly for everybody, and not for selective groups of people.
Amen.
These roads, them are terrible. The one what they just built, fixed on Carlton Road. Thank God, it's a smoother bump ride, right?
Anyway, I got to ride because let me read this last text before we go. Pearly, what do you think about the idea of putting a toll booth on Harold Road and Prince Charles Drive, and the money go to paving the roads? If they bring the cost of licensing your car and the cost of licensing, getting your driver's license, then we could think about that. Okay? Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the texts. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for listening. This has been Pearly on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM and Talking Heads Thursday. When we get back after the news, we can talk a little about some more flag football. We get into our picks and talk a little bit sports. Thank you so much. We'll be back right after the news.
Rastafari give her the guidance. I'll never say what the daddy just say. For Emperor Selassie, I trust and obey.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it. Just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Craving some extra finger-licking good flavor? Well, love is in the air at KFC, and it's downright irresistible. KFC's Mega Love Bucket, the crispy Kentucky Fried Chicken that you love, and paired with 4 buttery biscuits, 8 saucy nuggets, large creamy mashed potatoes with gravy, and 4 sweet strawberry dessert biscuits. Pass by KFC today and crunch in love with a Mega Love Bucket. KFC is finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Wepa, soy Joe Cuban Willie, and it's Thursday, time for your lucky football in my numerology report, brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. They say immigration is not coming. Stay running, my friends. Okay, the 4 pelotas for you today. The 6, 5, 4, 5, 65, 45. Play and win in the Island Game. Stay winning, my friend.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Percy's Island Games, Pinder Tile, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And welcome back to Talking Heads Thursday. It's your boy Pearly in the house. We talking sports. I remember last week we talked about the results of the Bahamas national flag football teams that went to Tampa for the championships. Now we get some of the players who are going to talk a little bit about their experience. Some first timers, some veterans. We got the quarterback. He really think he's Patrick Mahomes. Look how he's standing up over there. But anyway, let's get right into today in sports history, and then we get to them. Today is Thursday, January 30th, 2025, and today in sports history, in 1910, work began on the first broad Ford Track Automobile Speedway. The track was built in Playa del Rey, California. In 1920, Joe Malone of the Quebec Nordiques scored 7 goals against the Toronto St. Patrick's in a 10-6 win. In 1960, the women's singles U.S. figure skating championship was won by Carol Heiss. In 1994, Natalie Cole signed the U.S. national anthem at Super Bowl, 28. The Dallas Cowboys won 30-13 over the Buffalo Bills. In 1994, Don Jensen of the United States set a world record of 35.76 when he became the first to skate 500 meters in less than 36 seconds. Mets announced that Garth Brooks would begin training with the team on February 20th. And in 2000, John Rocker of the Atlanta Braves was suspended from Major League Baseball for disparaging foreigners, homosexuals, and minorities in an interview published by Sports Illustrated. And the sports quote of the day, the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Vince T. Lombardi, the great Green Bay Packer coach. And what's going on in the home front? Oh, I think that's brought to you by Burger King. If I could find it, sports, so many pieces of the paper today. But in sports in the home front today, athletes coming in for Star Trackers meet. About 150 athletes from Grand Bahama and Family Island set to take part. VJ Edgecombe shines despite Baylor's loss. The brother got off. And Dragon Boat Association donates to Cancer Society. That's wonderful. So, we're back. We're back here talking about who's in and who's out and who's in. The Bahamas Youth Flag Football Association traveling team of Coach Nay and Coach Akeem.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Pleasure to be here once again. Pearly, what's up?
You know, Coach Nate, that's my favorite coach. So she don't come. She don't come here having no talks. I mean, you know that.
I still waiting for you to give her a gift, though.
You trying to cost me? I gotta walk out the building when you finish, you know.
I get you, Pearly.
Yeah, and when I look around, you ain't here, and I can't me to run anymore. But so good to have you here. So good to have some of our players here. To talk about their experience in Tampa last week in that cold and all that rain and everything. So let's go around the table quickly and find out who's here. Starting with, to my left right here, this fella in this other Catholic school, we call that. What's your name and what school you from?
My name is Frederick Delancey, and I'm from Aquinas College.
What position you play?
Center, snapper.
What age group?
14U.
Yeah, I expect this one next to me to be the center.
No, bear in mind, the snapper in our league is 5-5, so it's basically like the tight end too.
Okay, I got you. And who we got here next? Who's here next to you?
Hi, my name is Keon Archer. I go see I walk up. I play center.
You play now. See, that's a center. What age group? Under 16?
Yes, sir.
16U? 16. Now that's a center. All right, who we got standing up over here? Quarterback, Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
Ethan Mannings. Doris Johnson.
And quarterback.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver? I thought you used to play quarterback too.
He's play quarterback. He don't like to tell people that. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback. He was MVP of our league last season, right? Yeah.
14U, right?
Yeah.
He plays with the 15.
Oh, he play? Okay, all right. And who we got here?
My name is Quentin Sanders. I go to Blake Academy, and I play cornerback.
You play cornerback? The Deion Sanders type cornerback? There you go. And who our two youngsters are here?
My name is Ronaldo King. Gavin Tynes.
And what position you play?
Running back and wide receiver.
Running? You fast it? Oh, yeah. What grade you in?
Grade 6.
Yeah, in September you're going to sock, right? Watch your mouth. And who's the last athlete we have here?
My name is Aiden Sanders.
And I go to St. Cecilia's.
What position you play?
Wide receiver and running back.
And what grade are you in?
Grade 5.
Oh, so you take the test for SOC next year?
Yes, sir.
There you go. So let's talk to the youngsters. This is your first time traveling? Yeah? Go ahead, you can talk.
Yes, sir.
And how was it?
It was good.
Good? Did you bear the cold?
No.
You didn't like the cold?
No.
you ain't one of them say you're ready to go home, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And Mr. Sanders, this was your first trip as well?
Yes, sir.
And how was that?
It was good.
Okay. It was just good, that's all?
Tell them about your 2 touchdowns.
You had 2 touchdowns and you can brag with them?
Actually, 3.
You had 3 touchdowns?
Yeah.
They were running touchdowns or you catch?
Running and catching.
Yeah, you just
touchdowns.
blow them and just look back. Did you do the high step and you got over the finish over the end zone?
No, he's pretty disciplined. He don't do celebrations.
Oh, you don't do celebration. You just play like it happened before they drop the ball and walk.
He used to getting in the end zone, man.
Yeah. Young man, tell us about it, Mr. What's your name again?
Quentin.
Quentin. Well, how was you've traveled before?
Traveled before.
And how was this trip?
It was fun.
It was fun? Yeah. So you played at 16U?
Yes, sir.
All right, so y'all got beaten in the championship?
Yes, sir, unfortunately.
Yeah. But it was a good experience. Did you score?
No, I was on defense.
Oh, you was on D? Did you intercept?
No.
I heard they had one of your players had an interception, though, right? Look here, well, listen. I mean, he just like, yeah. Quentin, right?
This
That's Ethan. That's Ethan.
Ethan.
Ethan. Tell us about your interception.
I had a good interception. 1 on pick 6.
Yeah?
It was good. I slipped down, get back up, and I had to take the ball from the opponent. The score.
Did you high step? No.
Of course.
Yeah, this one more flashy.
I can see that. You can see that. Keno, that's right? Keon.
Yeah, Keon.
Keon, and how was your experience? Have you traveled before? This is your first trip. And how was this? How was this?
It was good. Besides, we lost in the finals. I don't like that, though.
You don't like that? Well, you know all that motivates you for when you go back next time.
Yeah, and the thing is, we get blown too. So that's the other thing.
Yeah, but I understand you guys didn't give up. You kept fighting.
Yeah, we didn't fight each other at the end. But like, I had an extra point, but I let drop a touchdown too. Overthink too much, and I drop it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but other than that though, I had a good time. It was fun.
And you look forward to next year.
Yeah, next time.
So are you hoping to play football in college?
Yeah, I'm already working on to play football in college. Yeah.
Where you hope it's school you want to go play for?
It don't matter.
You don't matter? And then the NFL Dolphins? No?
Yeah, I don't know, Dolphins. But someone else though. Yeah.
Which team you pull for?
The Chargers.
Your Chargers. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's fine. See, I like that when I hear you playing for teams, you ain't jump on the bandwagon and be the Kansas City Chief fan, I like when you look at other teams. And Mr. Aquinas.
Yes, sir.
Listen, tell me your name again.
Frederick.
Yes, sir. How was this your first trip or you traveled before?
I traveled before.
And how was this experience?
It was a great experience. I had fun. Sadly, we didn't make it to the championships, but we still played good. I had a touchdown as well.
You did?
Yes, sir.
Was it a catch or a run?
It was a catch.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Not a one-on pretty catch like
No.
Like the superstar standing up over there.
No, superstar. Anyway.
No. Uh-oh. And he sounded so serious, like, yeah, it's me. That's when you're confident.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you look forward to doing, you want to play football in college or this just your fun?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
And what's your favorite college team?
I don't have a favorite.
You have a favorite NFL team?
I like Vikings.
You like the Minnesota Vikings? I went to college in Minnesota. It was good. And that's when they had a fella, I forgot the name of the quarterback, but he had an alcoholic problem and all that, and they were all sad in Minnesota. I used to just tease them all the time. But it's good to put them in. So you think you're going to re-sign your quarterback?
No, sir.
You can go with J.J. McCarthy.
Yes,
Right?
Brother Keon, what's your favorite team, Keon?
The Chargers.
You told me the Chargers. Yeah. Ethan, what's your favorate team? I think you told me this before, now.
Sadly, I'm a Patriot fan.
You're a Patriot? No, why you want to say sadly?
Because our team sucks.
Yeah, but at least you didn't dump them and move on to another team, A lot of times kids your age, they go to the team that's winning. And there's Ethan, right?
This is Quentin.
Quentin, that's Ethan. Quentin, all y'all look alike. Quentin.
Known as Q.
As Q, okay. And what's your favorite team, Quentin?
Dolphins.
Hey, see, I knew why my spirit took to you. I knew my spirit took to you.
I know someone's going to make Pearly Day.
Yeah, you made my day now. That's good. Who's your favorite player on the Dolphins? You like Ramsey? Yeah. He's great. Young man, tell us your name again.
Shinaldo.
Who's your favorite team?
Kansas City Chiefs.
He didn't want to say that,
He young, so they can jump on the team.
So let me ask you, who you pulling for last year?
Kansas City Chiefs.
So you've been the Chiefs for a little while. Mm-hmm. So once you come on this show, when you tell us you're Kansas City Chief and you turn 18, 19, you still got to be a Kansas City Chief. You know that, right? So
yes,
you
sir?
sure you want to stay there? 100%, because after this year, they ain't going to be no good.
Yeah, a drought coming.
I like the Dolphins a little bit.
All right, we can go with that. And your name again, young man?
Ian Sanders.
Mr. Sanders, and what's your favorite team?
The
the Minnesota Vikings.
You like the Vikings as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. You know it's cold in Minnesota, right? Really cold. Sometimes I think that's the coldest place in the whole world. But they have a dome, so they don't have to play in the cold. Okay.
As if it didn't get snowing again.
All right, so Coach.
Yes, sir.
This the creme of the teams, or?
Yeah, these guys are the all stars. Ronaldo is part of the 10U in the squad, and then you get Quentin Flips and Keon part of the 16U. They top ranked team. And then you get Freddie here from the 14U team. So these guys are definitely the creme of the creme. Even in our regular season, you can see their performances, their stats, they're off the wires, man. So these guys, you're looking at some of the best here. And hopefully future Olympians for the Bahamas.
Flag football Olympic team.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we look forward to that. How old are you, Keon?
Oh, my 16.
You're 16. So what grade are you in?
Oh, I'm grade 11.
Grade 11. You got one more year in high school?
Yeah.
Are you talking to any colleges yet or anything like that?
Oh, no, yeah, but I think I might go off,
Okay. To play high school?
Yeah. Prep school, ball school, yeah, one of them.
You need to talk to Naughty, my other his son. He just got his son is playing. Been off to high school and playing nose tackle in I think Pittsburgh outside in Virginia. So we can link you up with Naughty. So he can probably let you have the coach take a look at you and see what's going on.
Oh, I would love that.
How that sound?
Oh, I love that.
All right, so Coach Nay, you got to make sure we get him to talk to
Yes,
Naughty. Okay.
Definitely.
So Coach Nay, what else? What's going on? So I think you have something coming up real soon.
Yes, we actually have a 1-day clinic that's coming up. That's kind of scheduled for March 1st.
Okay.
Also with that, we will be doing an official relaunch of the league as RBC comes on as our corporate title sponsor for the 2025 season.
Okay.
And so it's going to be, so far we're planning on a camp as we usually do. However, we will incorporate some other fun things within the day. So it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be like an official launch of our 2025 season. So we're expecting a lot of support. We're expecting a lot of new kids as well as returning kids to come out on that day and just let's get the season started.
So how do they get information? Again, I know it's on the Facebook page. Just give us that information.
Yes. So we do have our Facebook page. The official Facebook page is the Bahamas Youth Flag Football League. We do have the flyer with our calendar of events scheduled for 2025. As soon as we cement the details for the camp for that day, we'll send out our registration link, have parents register their kids, and we'll just be ready to go on day one.
Okay. Sounds like fun.
Yes.
Q. What are you hoping? Like you said, you're hoping to play college football.
Yes, sir.
Have you been looking at any schools?
A few.
And tell me one or two of them.
Troy University in Alabama.
Okay, I've heard it. Yeah.
And Middle Tennessee.
HBCU. Okay. Have you talked? What grade? How old are you now?
16.
So what grade are you? What grade level are you?
I actually in grade 12 in March. So.
I was 16 when I finished SAC. And my son was 16 when he finished SAC. So nothing wrong. If the grade's right and you're moving forward, that's fine. So you've been to visit Middle Tennessee, any of these schools yet?
No, sir.
Are you hoping to do that?
Probably.
But they've been in contact with you a little?
Yeah, I've been in contact with them.
Okay, wonderful. So hopefully that we'll be able to say we see Q playing in Middle Tennessee, scoring some touchdowns, intercepting, pick sixing.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about this, Ethan. Tell me about this one hand pick.
Should ask him about the touchdown throw he made.
Oh, you made a touchdown throw as well? No?
Wasn't that you who threw the ball in Flash? Well, that's Monroe.
The Flash?
Yeah.
No, that's 14.
So let Ethan tell us how did you read the quarterback's eye? It was just a lucky throw.
The rusher, I give props to the rusher because he applied pressure. And I just watching the QB eyes. And I stepped and I just caught up and I saw the ball there, so I take it.
So it was a 50-50 ball fight for it. You just take it with your one hand.
It wasn't 50-50. It was wide open.
I hear that. And do we have film of that?
Yes, sir.
I know you show that to everybody, huh? Coach Akeem. So what do we expect? What do we expect now? Coach Nate told us about what's going moving forward.
Well, after the one-day fun day we were talking about, we also have a high school football tournament.
I was waiting to hear about that. That's why I didn't kill your name, man, to let you talk about that. Have schools been inquiring to registers yet?
Well, I am one of the sponsor coaches of CV Bell.
Okay.
So I'm definitely getting them on board. We were our first time with last year. Great experience. It's great to have government schools involved now. So it's not just about SAC. We had Doris Johnson on board last year. We had Kingsway.
That's wonderful.
Also,
There's just more schools to beat up on. That's all.
Well, you can stop early.
No, I can't stop. See, I'm in this celebratory mood right now. We're celebrating 80 years of existence with St. Augustine's. 1945 and now. So any opportunity I can brag about being around for 80 years, longer than I've been on this side. Not much longer, but longer.
But if I may, we also have a call out to anybody who wants coaches. You could use more assistance in the coaching arena for the league. Even if you just have some idea of football, bear in mind flag football is different from the NFL. But if you have some IQ, you can just join on board, and we'll just take you through the ropes because we are expecting more teams to come on board.
Yes.
What we would like to do is adopt more teams so we get more kids involved in flag football. Yes. We don't want people to think, it's just a private school thing. We want everybody involved. We want to make this a real big national thing.
Okay.
So we can need more parents to come involved. Even if you're not a parent, if you just have some knowledge of football and want to volunteer your time and give back to our kids and make sure they stay out of trouble, we're looking for more coaches as well.
And it's not just about the playing, but it's also about the mentoring of the young kids.
Exactly.
I'm giving them an adult around that can mentor them, that can show them some guidance. We have a text says, great to hear the progression of these kids throughout the years. Proud of them, Coach Shavar. I think that's good, though. I know coaches can say something. Let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll just talk a couple more minutes before we say goodbye. But this is Pearly on Talking Heads. Thursday on Guardian Radio, we have the star players from the Bahamas Flag Youth Football Association who just traveled to Tampa and sharing their experience with us and sharing how they represent our great country, the Bahamas. We'll be right back.
Pinder is carrying a new line of tile, the Sky series of porcelain. It comes in 4 colors, Sky Noir, Sky Azure, Sky Gris, and this one, Sky Glass. In this particular tile, I think you'll find coin gray, silver gray, cloud gray, and gray. All of these are seamlessly blended to make the Sky Glass one beautiful tile. The Sky series of porcelain comes in 2 formats, 24 by 24 at $5.30 a square foot and 12 by 24 at $5.25 a square foot.
Everything is bigger and better at Burger King Nassau. When you have a big appetite, BK has a royal deal for you. Get a flame grilled double Big King Jr. or an original chicken sandwich plus 4 chicken nuggets, small fries, a drink, and a fresh baked cookie for only $9.95, including VAT. The royal deal was built for a big appetite, and at $9.95, including VAT, it's a steal of a deal. Go big and enjoy the BK flavors you love with the $9.95 royal deal at Burger King Nassau.
This game is almost here, and the best place to watch it is at Nassau Cruise Port. Join us on Sunday, February the 9th for an unforgettable game day watch party. Huge screens, unbeatable food, and drink specials, and all the game day energy you can handle. Grab your friends, bring your game face, and score big with giveaways, drink discounts, and a chance to win exclusive prizes. Don't miss out on the action. Game day, Nassau Cruise Port, Sunday, February 9th, where every touchdown feels like a win. See you there.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And we're back. We're here with the Bahamas Youth Flag Football Association, Coach Nay, Coach Hakeem, and some of the players. We got 6 of the players here from the 8U, 10U, 14U, and 16U, representing each age group that represented the Bahamas in Tampa a couple of weeks ago. Our 16U team lost in the championships. Coming ranked, they were ranked second in the
going into the tournament. They ranked number 2, and after day 1, they were ranked number 1.
But they lost to Mexico.
Lost to Mexico.
Hey, they could lose to Mexico.
Well,
I just thought about that, you know.
Believe it or not, Mexico is flag football is huge in Mexico.
So I understand. Yeah,
it's huge.
So
it's a big thing.
Okay, so Coach Hakeem, tell us about a little bit more about the high school tournament coming up, because we want to encourage as many high school teams to participate. I know these kids are all playing football in the yard, everything like that. So we want to get them encouraged. So is it one division, 2 divisions, boys and girls play together? Tell us a little more about it.
Well, there's 2 divisions. We're looking to expand this year to 14U division, and also we're going to have a 14 over division. And in terms of boys and girls, they're co-ed. As a matter of fact, if you have a female student on your team, it's to your advantage if she scores, because it's extra points if a female catches a touchdown.
You could give a little advantage. That's, fellas, y'all letting that happen. Y'all ain't mad about that. No, that's all right.
Well, that gives them more motivation to stop the female.
And the young lady's probably more competitive and more aggressive than the young men. No?
No, not at this time.
No, that's Ethan, right?
She playing with males, so.
Oh my goodness.
We're on the radio.
But you don't rough them up too much, though.
Of course.
Oh my goodness.
We're on the radio.
Q, you go to Blake Academy. So, Blake Academy probably won't have a team in the league. How does that work for kids like that? Blake Academy's a homeschool, is it?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. So how does that work for teams like that? Are they allowed to adopt a school, or you can't talk about that right now? Coach Hakeem.
We're working things out in terms of that. But that's why we're making a call for getting more coaches to adopt different schools, so we can get more schools involved. But in terms of students crossing over, you got to look into the contract to see if any loopholes to that.
But you know what would be nice? If you got kids from a bunch of different schools and let them form one team. Like if their school isn't in it, they can go instead of, because soccer already got an all-star super great team that probably gonna win the championship. But let's say how Blake Academy doesn't have a team, and maybe another school. Did you ever thought about them all coming together as one all-star team or one combined school team?
It's definitely something we could go back to the drawing board and speak with our executive team about. I like the idea because I would like to get some all-stars from other schools. But, like I said, I'm going to look into the contract and see if any loopholes there.
The contract. Coach Nay, you want to say something?
No. A lot of schools tend to be excluded from a tournament like this because of the school size. A few players are members of our league right now that go to small schools, like Noble and Blake and other schools like that, but they want to compete in a tournament and they can't. Now, the only thing with that is, their schedule-wise and having somebody that can get those teams together.
Okay.
But it's definitely something that we could look into for our next upcoming tournament.
So, Coach Nay, tell me, I don't remember I asked you or I heard you properly. Is 2 divisions. What age groups are they for the high school division?
So it's basically 14 and under and 14 and over.
Okay.
So
9th graders and probably and then 10th graders, 11th, 12th graders. Okay.
Yeah. We haven't had a lot of traction with smaller kids for the tournament, and then it's high school, so it's the bigger boys and girls that compete in this tournament.
So our young stars here, Mr. Sanders and them, they won't be able to play in this tournament.
Definitely not. Definitely.
But hopefully one day we'll get a primary school level.
Maybe that would be good.
That's the goal.
But we do have 2 tournaments scheduled this year for that would be able to suit this age group.
Okay. Yeah. But just before I let you go, we're going to let each of you say your name again. Give a shout out to who you want to give a shout out to. Your mommy, your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, or whoever. And they say hi. So go ahead and give me your name again.
My name is Frederick Delancey.
Frederick from Aquinas. What grade are you in?
Shout out to my mother for showing me this program in the first place and bringing me here so I can play. And I thank her for everything that she has done for me.
Super. Keon?
My name is Keon.
From C.R. Walker.
Oh, yeah, C.R. Walker.
You forget what school you go to?
Oh, I forget.
I mean, I know you're very red. You keep thinking it might be sock, right? Okay,
but like, I want to give a shout out to my parents. I love them. But like, especially like my mommy. I love her very much. Like my father too. You know, he's there. But like,
yeah, mommy. I'm a son. I know. Sons and mummies closer. Yeah, I know how that is.
Yeah. Then like, I'll give one more shout out to my big sister. You know, I love her very much. She's helping with my schoolwork and everything.
His chauffeur.
His chauffeur. Yeah. So, but hold on, back up. You say she helping your schoolwork. So, what kind of grades do we get here? 3 point?
Of course, we getting 3 points. We getting A's and B's.
Super.
Yeah,
so, if you don't get to play football, what would you want us to study other than?
I'd like to be a pilot too. A pilot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Okay. Brother Ethan.
Ethan Munnings. Doris Johnson, grade 10.
You go to the that's the school next to SAC, right? Right.
Kinda.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I like shout out to my mommy and daddy, especially my daddy for bringing me into the football world since I was 6 years old. And I like to shout out to my coach, helping me get better and better every time we go away.
Okay. So you see your game and as you're getting a lot more knowledge, been a lot better?
Yes, sir.
Understanding the techniques and all that?
Yes, sir.
Super. Q?
Quentin Sanders. I go to Blake Academy, and I want to give a shout out to my parents and my brother. He's the one who got me into football. I also want to give a shout out to all my teammates. And yeah.
Okay, because without the team, without your teammates, you don't have the success. Okay. And he can show me this is the catch from. Yeah. All right. You know your cellular data turn off, right? Hold on, you can take a look at that. Your name, young man?
Shinaldo King.
Shinaldo?
Valentine's, in grade 6. I want to shout out to my mommy, my Grammy, and my family members.
Yeah? Go ahead.
I want to shout out to my mommy for showing me to the sport.
Okay.
And doing everything.
So she's the one who bring you, drop you off, and bring you to everything. And she don't be screaming and shouting too loud when you play.
Yeah.
Yeah? She's one of the... Your mommy listening?
I don't know, probably.
Hi, mommy. And Brother Sanders.
My name is Ian Sanders. I go to St. Cecilia School and I'm in grade 5.
And you want to shout out to who?
My mommy.
And your mommy drop you and pick you up from the game, and she's watching the game, and she's be screaming and shouting loud too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. Mommy say, why you tell him that? All right. So happy to have you. Go ahead, bro. Coach, you came.
Well, I was just going to say great shout out to the parents of these kids. You know, a lot of them even travel with the kids. That's how supportive they are, and that's very important for our community, you know, for parents to be so greatly involved with these kids in terms of our football league. So great shout out to all of the parents that are part of our league.
Super. Then one more thing we're going to do with the kids, with you young men right now. Super Bowl coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You excited about the Super Bowl? No, not because your team in there. The Dolphins in there, I don't worry about that. You know, I'm a football fan. And one of the things you learn is you be a fan of the sport, and then you get your team. So we can start off with Mr. Aquinas. You're not pulling for anybody?
No, sir.
You don't like the Chiefs or the Phillies? Who you think may win? You don't have to be pulling for the team, you know, just who you think can win.
Chiefs.
You think the Chiefs gonna win?
I got the Eagles winning.
Keon, you say the Eagles? Ethan?
I got the Chiefs winning by a touchdown.
Q?
I want the Eagles to win.
You're tired of and they didn't talk about legacy. But wouldn't you want him to you may be a Brady. I know you're a Brady fan, but you may want them to do a little, get a new superstar to be cheering for. No.
Yeah, I want to see other people win. I was trading Daniels to win, but
the
Eagles knocked him out. So.
But he's a rookie. He got another chance next year. And who you pulling for?
Kansas City Chiefs, but if Eagles play to the best of their ability, they might win.
But you mean the best of the ability? What they got to do?
Score more touchdowns.
But we know that. What part of the game they got to have a better running game, a better passing game, the defense? What do you think?
Passing.
Okay, Brother Sanders, who do you think gonna win?
The Chiefs.
You think the Chiefs are gonna win? Why do you think that? Because that's my team. You can say that. Don't be shy. No? Okay. Akeem, brother, Coach Akeem, who do you feel will win the Super Bowl?
This is one of the toughest Super Bowl picks I've ever had to think about in my life.
Uh-huh.
But something in my gut telling me they're not going to allow Mahomes get that third. So I think Eagles overcome because of Saquon Barkley, MVP.
MVP? Okay. But now that Chiefs defense is really playing some good ball, and every week they're looking better and better.
Yeah. But Eagles, the key to victory for Eagles on this one, you know how we use, play action to fake the run and get a pass
RPO.
off? They got and reverse.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts gonna have to get his passing game going
to open up the running game.
To open up the running game.
I gotcha. Coach Nay.
I am very, very torn in the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think Eagles stand a pretty good chance of coming up with an upset.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give my prediction yet. Naughty and I still talking.
They got to shut. Chiefs has to shut down the run game in order to come out on top.
Well, next week, Thursday, I'll give my predictions on who I think will win the Super Bowl. I'm still analyzing, looking at the two defenses, looking at the two quarterbacks, looking at the running game. So it's going to be a difficult choice. The line is pretty close right now, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. You guys like basketball?
Yes, sir.
NBA?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
we can do the picks. Y'all can tell me who y'all think will win tonight, okay? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the picks. Let's see who are playing tonight now. All right, so we've got the first game is at 7 o'clock. The Atlanta Hawks at the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, Cleveland. Cleveland for sure.
Cleveland? Everybody like Cleveland?
Cleveland.
Okay. We've got the Los Angeles Lakers.
Lakers.
8.5-point favorites over the Washington Wizards.
Lakers.
Y'all let me know who they're playing. That's Lakers.
Lakers.
Don't y'all like LeBron?
Yes, sir.
Yo, they got their pants beat off them because AD's been out. Okay, then we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, who got a 5.5-point favorite over the Utah Jazz.
Timberwolves.
We'll go with the Timberwolves. I'll go with the Timberwolves and the points on this one.
Yeah.
We've got the Houston Rockets, who's at the Memphis Grizzlies.
Houston.
You like Houston? Who like the Grizzlies? The Grizzlies? Coach, a game like the Grizzlies?
The Grizzlies.
I don't think Grizzlies get this one. I think Rockets get this one.
I'm going to take the Grizzlies at home. I just like Ja Morant. I'm going to take the Grizzlies, and I think they're going to win by more than 6 points. The Orlando Magic at the Portland Trailblazers. Magic are favored by 5 points, 5.5 points.
Orlando.
Who say Orlando?
Me, Orlando.
Keon, you say Orlando?
Yeah. You want that like the young star? What do you name? Is Paulo? What do you name? Yeah, Paulo. Ooh, he injured?
Is he injured? Let's take a look and see. Let's see if he really is injured. Who's out tonight? No, I think he's playing. Grant is playing. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, Serge and Wagner out. Game time decision. Wagner out.
Yeah, but Orlando got this.
You think Orlando got it?
I'm going against the Bahamian boy DeAndre Ayton, man.
Yeah.
So I game with Trailblazers.
Coach Akeem, you going with Trailblazers, and Coach Nate.
I'm not a basketball fan.
See, that's why I like the uniform. Eh?
I like how Buddy has influenced the team uniform. Yes, and in Indiana. That's about it. I haven't followed basketball for years. From I got into football, I haven't went back to basketball.
Okay.
I used to be a huge Boston Celtics fan, though.
Right, because they lose. Not doing Larry Bird. No, you're not old.
No, I'm not
You're
that
old.
old.
So you can't be that. No, you can't be that fan.
No,
Still a biddy. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was years ago.
Okay.
So I haven't watched.
Okay, there you have the picks. Brought to you by Island Games. You know, we always ask you, as you bet, please bet responsibly. Only bet what you can afford to lose. Okay? But keep supporting Island Games and look for the picks for next week. It's been a fun time having you guys here today. Young men, do well.
Yes, sir.
The first thing I always say to you is school comes first.
Okay.
With good grades, you can pick any school you want to go to. And with your talent and your grades, you can even pick a better school to go to. Like Notre Dame, you know, Ohio State, someplace like that. Definitely don't go to Alabama. All right? Thank you all for listening. Thank you for the texts. Thank you for the listening. Thank you for the calls. We appreciate it. It's been a fun Thursday. It's fun. Always great to have my flag football crew here with me. We'll be back next week. I'll be tomorrow with Naughty at 5 o'clock. MJ will be with us as well. Thank you so much. It's been a Talking Heads Thursday. This is Pearly, Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Be safe on those roads.
NRG is nutrition. Check out our world-famous smoothies. See, we have the best salad and breakfast fit for a king and his queen. Open for breakfast, lunch, and now dinner. Each order is made with love and the highest quality ingredients and is nutritionally balanced. Visit any of our 3 locations. Old Fort Bay, open until 7:30 p.m. West Bay Street and Gladstone Road in the Monrose Complex, open until 4 p.m. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at NRG Bahamas. NRG, nutrition ready to go.
Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then Fine Threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then Fine Threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then Fine Threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
The KFC chicken experts have done it again with the new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich, featuring a large 100% premium 100 topped with cheddar cheese, smoky bacon, lettuce, tomato, and tangy red onion, all drizzled with ranch sauce and served on a toasted brioche bun. Choose original recipe or spicy, but don't wait. This mouth-watering masterpiece is only here for a limited time and only at your favorite KFC. The new Kentucky Mesquite Chicken Sandwich at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
To mention the L word, legacy. Every single time the Super Bowl week comes up and we're waiting for the game to roll around and let's talk legacies. And really, the conversation invariably, no matter what show you're watching or taking in, will eventually land on this. We might want to be one of the first to talk about it because we're really bored. Waiting for this game, and we're going to New Orleans next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Our show will emanate from the Super Bowl experience. It'll be great. Got a great guest list for you in store as well. And we've the conversation always about legacy. It depends on whether you're a compiler or you're a first-time person and what you think is most important for your legacy. Obviously, the Chiefs are the compilers. The Eagles are filled with the exception of 3 players, just 3 players on this team. We're on the championship team with Doug Peterson and Nick Foles and the Philly special. And so let's start with and then we'll ask the question and we'll take phone calls and we'll open it up for conversation. But I've got the quarterback, the coach, and another player on each team, and you tell me which is the most important for legacy. We'll start with Mahomes. Here's what he already is. Along with Brady and Montana, the only players to win multiple MVP awards, regular and Super Bowl. He's got, in 8 seasons, 2 MVPs for for the league, 3 Super Bowl MVPs in 8 seasons, the same numbers Joe Montana compiled in 15. If he wins the Super Bowl MVP here in New Orleans, he would have 4, trailing only Brady's 5. Brady has 3 league MVP awards, and those are numbers in 23 seasons. As you know, Mahomes will not get the MVP this year for the regular season. He's one of 5 quarterbacks with 3 or more Super Bowl wins, and one of 3 players with 3 or more Super Bowl MVPs. If he gets a Super Bowl MVP, as I mentioned, he would trail only Brady. A win would tie him with Montana and Bradshaw, second all-time, behind Brady's. If he does win the Super Bowl MVP, how about this one? Mahomes would join Brady, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James as the only players in all 4 major North American sports history with 4 or more championship MVPs. He's won 3 Super Bowls, by the way, Patrick Mahomes, before the age of 30. If he wins this Super Bowl, he would become the only quarterback in NFL history to win 4 Super Bowls before his 30th birthday, sealing the conversation we've already had this week that he's the greatest 20-something quarterback in the history of the NFL. And then he would have to get cracking starting next year on his 30s. And then if he wants to catch Brady, one would think, or be in the same conversation and sentences Brady as he already is entering that chat, 40s as well. But that's for down the road. Guy's not yet 30. If he wins a Super Bowl, we would compile and add. Already, though, Chris, you're saying he's on the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacking, and I think you could say that.
No doubt now. I said that 3 years ago, and now there is no doubt.
What about Andy Reid for his legacy? Already what he is the most winning coach in the history of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's his 45th career playoff game, this Super Bowl as a head coach. That's most all time. He passed Bill Belichick for this category by making this Super Bowl. He needs 4 wins in the playoffs to pass Belichick for the most playoff wins of all time. He's in the same conversation as Bill Belichick now. He's now tied Don Shula for second most Super Bowl appearances by a head coach behind Belichick's 9. If he wins this Super Bowl, he would separate himself from Bill Walsh and Joe Gibbs to join Chuck Noll with 4 Super Bowl wins, second all-time behind Belichick's 6th. That's if he wins this Super Bowl. He's already, as we mentioned, in the chat with Bill Belichick and, most playoff games by a head coach that I mentioned. He tops the list above Belichick, Landry and Shula after him. Most playoff wins by a head coach, Landry and Shula after him. Most Super Bowl appearances by a head coach. He's tied with Shula, Landry after him. I mean, he's already there. But the win would give him a rung up. Another player on the Chiefs. You know where I'm going with this one. Travis Kelce. What he already is one of the greatest playoff players ever. As we already know, most receptions in NFL playoff history, ranks second behind Jerry Rice in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. He's 207 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns away from passing Rice in those categories. He just tied Gronk and Marv Fleming. Yes. Who played for Green Bay and Miami in the late 60s and early 70s for 5 Super Bowl appearances by a tight end. That's the most in history. He's 31. He's just, as I mentioned, 3 receiving yards from passing in Super Bowl history. 3 receptions. All he's got to do is just catch 3 receptions. And he passes Jerry Rice for the most in Super Bowl history. He's only 5 receiving yards from passing Gronk and Lynn Swann for the second most receiving yards in Super Bowl history. He's got a long way to go to catch Rice. I won't even mention it. With 100 or more receiving yards in this Super Bowl, Kelce would become the first tight end to have 100 or more receiving yards in multiple Super Bowls. The only other tight ends to do that in a single Super Bowl are Gronk, Cincinnati's Dan Ross, and Vernon Davis. How about that?
Oh.
If he scores he scored a receiving touchdown in 2 of his 4 Super Bowl appearances, with a receiving touchdown in this one, he would become the 4th player to score 1 or more receiving touchdowns in 3 or more different Super Bowls, joining Rice, Lynn Swann, and Gronk. So these are, with Kelce, his performance in the Super Bowl is what can add to his legacy. Just merely being there, he's already in that regard. Moving to the Eagles in terms of legacy here. Obviously, we start with Jalen Hurts. Now, again, keep in a mind's eye what this would mean for a legacy if he wins. Already, here's what he is. The 8th quarterback to start 2 or more seasons. The others are Elway, Aikman, Warner, Brady, Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson, and Mahomes. He's the 5th quarterback to start 2 Super Bowls before turning 27. This is what he already added to his legacy here by making this game. Brady, Roethlisberger, Wilson, and Mahomes are those other ones. He's the 5th quarterback in NFL history to lose his first Super Bowl appearance and then return to the Super Bowl within the following 2 seasons. Jim Kelly was the first to do it. And as you know, Hurts is the first since Jim Kelly to lose his first Super Bowl and make it back at all, breaking a streak of 8 who didn't make it back after losing their first. The only quarterback to win in the second appearance was Bob Greasy in 72. Hurts is the first quarterback in Eagles history to start multiple Super Bowls. Congratulations to him in that. He can become the first quarterback to lose to an opponent in the Super Bowl and then go on to beat them in a Super Bowl at any point in their career. He could be the first to do that if he wins this Super Bowl. And how about this one in terms of winning this Super Bowl? If he wins it, okay, he's now a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, we already understand what that means, right?
That matters.
Okay, right? He's won a Super Bowl because I go to the Hall of Fame every year and I see guys with their jackets, they don't have a ring. Yep. And Hurts could say, I've got one. By the way, before 27. Mm-hmm. If he wins it, he would become the 3rd quarterback to start and win both the national championship in college and a Super Bowl. The others are named Namath and Montana. If Hurts wins this, the list would be Joe Namath, Joe Montana, Jalen Hurts, if he wins this Super Bowl. That's a legacy.
A J quarterback.
Yes, indeed. Nick Sirianni, he wins it. It's his first. Obviously, he becomes a Philadelphia coaching chief, preventing them from winning 3 in a row, a streak that started by beating Sirianni's Eagles, and he would get back after making the appropriate changes in his coaching staff. He would be able to look at Philadelphia and say, everybody, please, stop arguing with me.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. He's the first already Eagles coach to lead the team to 2 Super Bowls, with Vermeil, Doug Peterson, and the guy he's facing, Andy Reid, being the only solo ones. He's the 3rd head coach in NFL history to make 2 or more Super Bowl appearances in his first 4 seasons as a head coach, joining Gibbs and Mike Tomlin in this regard. And then at 43, as we mentioned, he's the 5th youngest coach to be a 2-time Super Bowl coach. And he wins. He's a toast of the town. And he's got a ring. Now then, this is the one. Saquon Barkley. You want to talk about legacies. He's one of 3 players with 400 or more rushing yards in a postseason prior to playing in the Super Bowl. The others are named Riggins and Terrell Davis. And these guys, yes, they had excellent professional regular season careers. They made the Hall of Fame based on their postseason results, because Barkley needs 169 yards in this Super Bowl to surpass John Riggins for the most rushing yards in a single postseason. He's got 442 right now, which is 2 behind the most in a postseason entering a Super Bowl, behind Riggins. He needs 30 rushing yards to pass Terrell Davis for the most rushing yards in a single season, regular and Post. Only player in NFL history with 2,000 rushing yards in a season and then win the Super Bowl MVP in the same season. Riggins and Terrell Davis didn't do it. The year TD had 2,000 rushing yards, Elway won the Super Bowl MVP. So keep that in mind. And one would think if the Eagles win, he would be the Super Bowl MVP if he continues to rip one off after another and be the Philadelphia home run hitter that we called him, Mike Schmidt